Hello and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be drawing some Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse fan art, and this was filmed right after, literally the day after I watched the movie. And also ignore the fact that I have two broken nails here. They literally get progressively worse throughout the entire video, so stay tuned for that, I guess. And I have some bracelets that I did wear to the movie theater. I didn't have like a very outwardly Spider-Man themed outfit, but it was like a red and blue. I was coordinated. I even did my makeup for it. I was people wore like hoodies and hats and stuff, but I had my little subtle Spider-Man themed outfit and I wore those bracelets, so I thought I'd put them on for the video. But we're gonna get into drawing some fan art, and you're gonna see me like draw stuff throughout like a week basically. I also ended up making a spider sona, but if you want to see that, you're gonna have to go to my Instagram because that's where I posted it. I didn't make a video out of that. I didn't include this here. So here I am sketching out Hobie. I ended up like not loving this drawing. When I'm looking back at it now, it's not like the best. I wasn't looking at one specific reference, I was looking at multiple, so like it kind of doesn't look like him that much, but I ended up redeeming myself with two other drawings of him later, I think. The lighting is a little bit weird because the sun I was about to say the sun moves, but no, there were like clouds and stuff, so every clip the lighting is a little bit different, but it's okay. Either way, my point here was I was supposed to come on here on the voiceover and like talk about the movie and how great it was. I went with two friends. It was a little bit of like a last minute decision. Like we were gonna go out anyway, and I remembered like, oh my god, the Spider-Man movie came out, like we should go see it. And I was like, yeah, and I asked my mom real quick. She was like, yeah, sure, go. And like I saw like at the time it was like one at 6:30, one at 7, and we're like, oh my god, perfect, like that's the time we were gonna go out anyway. And it was really fun. I missed movie theater popcorn, and I don't know, I just had a good time, and the movie was great. Obviously, like it inspired me so much, so that's why like I think this is the day after I watched it I immediately started like drawing, because it's just like I know everyone got so inspired by it, started making spider sonas, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But then the more I started seeing spider sonas, I was like, should I do it? And then I did, and it was like so fun. I sketched it out, but I still have not finished the drawing. I'm doing it digitally, and like I'm kind of trying to focus on finishing my sketchbook, also editing this video, and like also I really can't wait to get to like painting canvases and stuff like that. So I'm trying to like get through this section of like my hobbies, I guess, to then move on to other stuff, because I just want to be done with the sketchbook, get the sketchbook tour out. I really want to like draw the spider sona already, but I'm trying to focus on this video first, and then I can post that on Instagram. Here I am, I'm still sketching it out. You can see like I like the sketch though, but I don't know, I feel like the eyes are it's really not bad. I don't know, I think I kind of saved it with the coloring, whatever. Here I am, I'm starting out with Spider-Punk, but like with the mascot, and I ended up really liking this drawing. The colors, like I think I did a good job, but you can't really, like the thing is, because of the way I color grade my videos, I make everything very like warm toned because I like the way that looks, but it doesn't really work with the color scheme of the movie, because obviously I was like, there's a lot of purples and cooler tones, so when I color grade it like in this way, it kind of messes with the coloring. So I guess you could go on Instagram and see like the original way it looks in real life. Either way, it's gonna always look a little bit different on camera, but it's not that big a deal. It's not like it looks ugly or anything, but I like the way the footage looks when it's like made all pretty like this. So yeah, anyway, I also like started drawing a guitar, like Hobie's guitar. It really did not look like a guitar. I was struggling here. The reference was like a little bit blurry, like I don't know, it was like some frame of the movie, and it wasn't like that detailed of a reference, so I was kind of struggling. It kind of looked like a cello or something, but not an electric guitar. Either way, I think I did okay. It wasn't really supposed to be like a main vocal point of the spread. It was just like to fill space. So here I am, I'm like getting out art supplies and stuff to actually start coloring. I was using these like crusty old highlighters, because I totally forgot that I even like got out my oohs, because originally I was gonna like go in with oohs, then go on top of that with crayons and markers and like texture, like color pencils and stuff like that, but I totally forgot about them. You can see like the little case in the corner. So I just went in with like clip crayons, and because I didn't have a purple crayon, I used highlighters. I think it ended up working good though, like but later on I did remember that I have the oohs, and I drew Miguel, and I think that one was probably like my favorite drawing of all of these. Maybe I really liked it because I got to like really focus on details, which is, I kind of enjoy it, like a layer after layer. But I also really like just blobbing on colors and hoping for the best. So, which is kind of just the way I paint, I feel like. Either way, it's looking rough right now, but trust me, it kind of comes together. You gotta trust the process. I really had fun with this. Like, I had a lot of fun. Genuinely, I feel like maybe I was like kind of having like a little bit, not of an art block, but I was kind of just like not in the mood to draw. And then after watching the movie, I was like, I have to sit down immediately. Also, do you see the way I'm holding everything? I had long nails on, and it was just so uncomfortable to hold a pencil. Like, the only comfortable position was apparently this, with my like pointer finger out like that. It looks so weird. Like that claw, like why am I grabbing it like that? Either way, throughout this entire video, you see my nails progressively get worse and worse. Like I ended up cutting all of them off at the end and like painting them red, and then I ended up like, they kind of started coming off anyway, so I just took them off completely. But yeah, look at the way I'm holding the crayon, bro. Why am I mean, hey, as long as I'm like, how's that even comfortable for my hand? Doesn't matter. Yeah. At least the nails match like the blue, I guess. I don't know. It's really difficult because this video is like 34 minutes long. I have to sit here and talk for 34 minutes. I guess I don't really have to, and at the end of the day, I can talk for that long, but like, I'm trying to not go off topic because I'm still trying to keep this like Spider-Man, but like, for how long can I just talk about one movie? To be fair, you know what I can mention? The fact that I was like, in the beginning, I was like, no way, I'm gonna wait till like the 29th of March 2024. How am I gonna wait that long for the third movie? Oh my god, I'm gonna like die. Not really, but not literally. I use that word way too often, and I use it in the complete wrong way. I don't even care. And then they postponed it to, I don't even know, like 2025, 2026, which is okay because like the animators, you know, deserve a life outside of animation. And also, whatever like makes the movie better is like, you know, I'll wait, I'll be patient. And then quality over quantity, except instead of quantity, it's quality over speed, I guess. Because like, yeah, sure, I would love to get the movie like immediately, but it's better for the actual production and like the actual quality of the movie. And the thing that makes the movie so good is the fact that like there's so much attention to detail, and the fact that they just spent like 2 years just perfecting the animation style for Hobie is just wild. And like little details like how I think Miles and Hobie have like their animation is like 1 frame off, and then Hobie's is like 2 frames. I don't really know, I'm not an expert at this, but I heard somewhere on the internet about that, and I think it's really cool. There are so many little details like that. But yeah, also I don't know like where half the footage went of me drawing Spider-Punk, like coloring that in, but it just like, I think my phone was on the brink of death or something, so that's why you didn't really see me coloring it. But oh, here I am going in with like a really highlighter yellow, and then just like I'm scribbling any color. I feel like I could have had more purpose with like the decorations and the little scribbles and doodles around it, but I usually do sparkles, but sparkles is like girly and cutesy patootsy, and like that didn't really match the vibe of this. I could have done like a cutout thing like that. I don't know, I was just scribbling things. At the end of the day, I think it ended up looking pretty good because like you don't really want the background to draw too much attention to itself. The characters are kind of the important part, but I like the contrast between yellow and purple a lot. I ended up using that again, I think, like that kind of idea again. But I also did make like a traditionally like Spider-Man blue and red spread on the page, I think, before this one. So yeah, but I'm drawing Prowler Miles, which every time I go like, oh, I'm Miles Morales, my friends were like, what? And I'm like, dude, you watched the movie, he said it with like a Spanish accent because like he grew up with his mom or whatever. So I'm not making that up. He says Morales. Why are they like making fun of me? Like, what do you mean Morales? It's Miles Morales. I'm like, yeah, but like the Prowler Miles, dude. Anyway, I can't wait to get more of that whole world and everything. Either way, oh my god, there were so many like theories and everything. I like getting into something and then like only thinking about that for a while. Anyway, what was I saying before that? Oh yeah, 29th of May, whatever, blah blah blah. I thought that the movie hadn't come out yet. and I got confused between the date because apparently that was the date for the third movie, but I was like, what? Anyway, I'm just filling time with rambles at this point. But here I was like, I thought I drew his nose too big, and maybe I did make it slightly too big, but because I didn't have the other features like drawn yet, it looked too big. But then I ended up drawing it too small, but in the coloring process I fixed it and I made it, I think, like just the right size. And I don't know, this expression, this like since like that whole expression that he has going on, I cannot perfect it. He looks constipated, like he looks like he's about to cry, low-key, like, you know what I mean? Like something about it, like I can't get it. Like he's like, oh my god, like raising himself up, and I'm like, dude, I can't get that expression right. I think like Miguel kind of had like that like tough, like I'm angry, but like the way he's drawn, it's like his eyebrows are like curving upwards, they're not like curving downwards, like sharp, so he doesn't actually look angry. He looks just like upset a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Either way, I can't get that expression right. It's difficult. Here I am holding the sketchbook in a very interesting way. I guess this was more comfortable. I don't know. This way at least you can like see it, because I don't know, I feel like I need one of those like stands or something. I have a really ugly green one that I think it's like meant for a laptop, but it's kind of comfortable to draw on that thing. Basically, I just need something to be able to like see what I'm drawing without having it be like on an angle and having like it be distorted because of the perspective. But yeah, here I am going with like base colors and like shadows and stuff like that, and like the mid-tones. I guess this is like the mid-tone, and here I'm like going in with black to do like the darkest areas of the drawing. It's really not that of an interesting of a process, because I'm just like looking at a reference and like redrawing it in my own way, and I'm not really like stylizing it too much. Like it's still like pretty much in the Spider-Man style. I mean, not really, to be fair, like I did kind of my own thing, so I don't know, but I'm just like adding values and darker things, and like I don't know, it's difficult to explain how to draw. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just doing it, basically. That's all I have to say. Here I am again. At this point, I'm losing another nail. I've lost another nail. I'm missing another nail? Okay, what is my grammar? It doesn't matter. You can see I sketched out Miguel twice. I was gonna color both of them, but I only ended up doing one. Here I'm planning out like what I'm gonna do on the previous pages, like on the other pages, basically, because I was trying to plan out like where I can use which art supplies, that way I don't like bleed out onto the previous drawings. But I ended up not using the hooks again after the Miguel thing. I don't think I did. But I tested it out previously. You can see like on that sketch with the blue marker, and I ended up loving the way it like felt and looked, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna just use a hoo-hoos, because originally, again, I was gonna use crayons on top, but I ended up like liking the way it looked with the hoo-hoos, and I got a little carried away with like details and stuff. There was no need for the texture at that point, but I'm going in with like the yellows and stuff. It definitely doesn't look exactly the same. Like I think in the actual movie his face is wider, but I drew my own way. I don't know, it's definitely pretty difficult to get like the proportions exactly right if I'm not like measuring or anything, but yeah, I think I did pretty good. Also, I like the way like the one sketch, like the bigger one, is colored, and the one next to it is like still a sketch, because I think it like looks cool, and you can see like the first sketch, and then I went on top with the blue, and I don't know, it looks cool, I think. Oh, that marker is done. That yeah, there's no saving that. Why am I even trying? Why am I bothering? Bro, that is completely dried out. At that point, I just need to throw that away. That's like pointless. Why do I even have that? Whatever. here I am drawing. I'm so bad at commentating on stuff, but yeah, I'm going in with like darker colors, the eyebrows and stuff, with like a raw umber, I think it's called. Yeah, just like darkening things up. That like terracotta color I love. Like it's just like like I want to eat it. Do you know what I mean? I do though. It's like a good color. I love the lighting in this movie. It's so good. I was like freaking out the entire time over it. But like the way like the and like his face is like the shadow part is the cool, like the warm lighting, but it's just like there's like a warmer part of the shadow. Like yeah, I don't know. It's cool. Whatever. Oh yeah. You can see me like struggling with like the parchment paper every 2 seconds, because I like had 2 pieces of parchment paper that I like had to put between like the crayon stuff and like colored pencil stuff, because I didn't want what happened previously on in my sketchbook to happen again, because I like crayon and colored pencils next to each other, and both crayon and colored pencil like transfer, and like I have made that mistake with like pencil, like, or crayon, or anything that it isn't like a marker, or anything that can be like smudged and like transfers onto the page next to it. I've made that mistake too many times, so at this point I just like put on way too much hairspray, but it works. It literally works. Hairspray, if you don't have like a big bottle of hairspray that you spray like on graphite or charcoal or anything that is like a loose pigment, I guess, of some sorts, you really should, because it helps a lot. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is where like the blue and red, I really did that whole thing, really played up like the original Spider-Man colors. I'm sticking on this random piece of like, I don't even know what this is, like some decorative paper that I have laying around. I collect trash, so I can like do stuff like this, and I think it's like, you know, you can see like the beauty in everything. I'm sticking on some like sticky notes to cover up the marker blade through, and I took this is actually marker paper. It looks like regular printer paper, but the markers barely bleed through this, and like it's just so smooth, and it's really good. Like I think it's like a Canson pad thing, so if you should get it. I think I was like really impressed. I thought it was gonna be thick paper, and I was like, oh no, and then I tried it out. I was like, whoa. I was expecting like a disaster, but it worked perfectly, because like it is marker paper, so I'm glad it did what it was supposed to. I'm drawing Miles like in the beginning couple of scenes in the movie where it's like where he like meets Spot and stuff. I ended up hating the shoulders for some reason, so I cut it off at like the collarbone. Also, I think it works better with like composition and like the page. Yeah. But I like this drawing a lot. No, what am I doing right now? What am I looking for? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not drawing anything. I'm literally just sitting there. Like, what is happening here? Hello? I was watching YouTube, by the way, so throughout like me editing this video, like half of the time I was like sitting there zoned out, like watching a YouTube video. What am I saying? I'm talking about something. Oh. Dude, I'm just looking for my rose beige color, because I think there might be like a little bit of ink left in it, and I'm like looking, it's nowhere to be found, and I go here and I'm like, oh, here's salmon pink, there's salmon pink. Why do I have 2 of them? I never have ever had 2 of them, and it can't be someone else's, because I don't have a single friend that has a hoo-hoos. I don't have someone that might have come and left their marker here. Why are there 2? Oh. Oh, okay. Why are there 2? Why is beige rose not here? Or rose beige? Oh, because it's not a glitch in the universe. It's literally just me being an idiot. No, I was just being stupid. One of these is, I don't know which one that is. See, this one, yeah, I think this one's rose beige. I just put the wrong caps on. Literally gonna, dude, there's no way. I was literally freaking out. You see, rose beige works, so that's why I was like looking for rose beige. Well, yeah, that's salmon pink. That one's completely dead. So, sorry for the false alarm. Everything's fine. I'm just being really overdramatic. Okay, so that was the whole debacle with the markers. I genuinely, like, for a split second, like a couple moments, I was like terrified. You know those like videos where it's like, oh my god, I found like another duplicate of this item, and like there's no way this is a duplicate, like how this is like an original thing, like blah blah blah. And I was like, what is happening? Like the glitch, oh my god, a glitch in the system. But it was literally just I misplaced the caps, and I really thought like, oh my god, whoa. Like I was freaked out for just a second, but it was really not that big a deal. That stuff, it always has a logical explanation. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I was scared for a second. I really was. And I was like, oh my god, I got it on camera. Like, what is this? Anyway, I'm coloring this in. There's like a blue rim of light around him, so I'm like doing that right now. And then I'm going with straight black, which I usually don't do, but I think the movie itself and like the art style, I think, does use like black, like straight black, and like kind of like gives it like a comic book style with like lines like for like the cheekbones and like the eyes and stuff. Like it has like a line art look over a more like painterly kind of textured thing. I tried adding like texture here with like the gel pen, but I think you can just barely see it. I think it's enough for me to know that I did it, so cutting it out. I always like cutting things out like this. They look like little stickers. I love it. I used to make stickers. Oh my god, flashbacks. But yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. I was like, what am I talking about? But I wasn't talking about anything. I was looking for the marker. Then no wonder I was like, I wasn't drawing. But yeah, I was watching YouTube throughout this whole thing, and I was distracted by the YouTube videos, so most of it was just me like not drawing and like looking off to the side. But yeah, here I took my old phone, but this was the clearest phone case I could find. But you get the idea. Like if you really wanted to, you could like make your own stickers, and you can make your own little things and decorations, like a little collage for your phone case or whatever. But yeah, I ended up not doing that, obviously. And here I am gonna draw Miles Morales, like just a little sketch of him. In this drawing, he kind of looks a lot younger, like he looks like he did in the first movie, I guess. But then I did another drawing of him, and I think I didn't stylize it as much in my own way. I feel like I kind of went with a better reference photo, kind of like, I don't know, I think I like looked at one specific frame, so I ended up looking more like him, like proportionally, and he didn't look as young. But I definitely messed up the eyes on the second one, because here the eyes that I did fit, and they fit my art style, like the whole like blendy eyes, like really big like blendy pupils and stuff like that with like highlights in them. But in the other drawing, that didn't really work. I think I made them way too big. You'll see later. But I'm just like outlining stuff here with these like fine liners, nothing special. I do like the thicker outline that I did though. I think that looks really cool. I ended up doing it on the other drawing as well. And yeah, I'm just doing that. Yep. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, but I'm going with a black little crayon that I did, and I'm like adding texture to his hair. I think it ended up looking really, really cool. Like I really like the way this looks. You'll see, like it's kind of like I didn't just color it in black, like I made it textured, and also had like some pieces like coming out of the lines, like out of the line art. That border, I like broke it basically. And also I've been like loving colored pencils. Like for the past like month or two, I've like really enjoyed drawing with colored pencils. Like I used to hate them, honestly, but something about them, like I love them now. I really like using them. And most of my sketchbook is colored pencils now, and I love it, honestly. I really do. I love the way I shaded his skin here and the blush and stuff. I think the second time I didn't do as good of a job, because I kind of got tired with it, or I forgot what I did the first time. But I really enjoyed shading his skin, the little blush and stuff, and like the blue toned shadows. And yeah, I'm just coloring in his like hoodie and stuff with a colored, not a colored pencil, a crayon. But yeah, I'm doing the blush. Look at how cute he is. Yeah. I'm just trying to like figure out, I was gonna put that on the blue sticky notes, but I decided against it because it just didn't really fit the vibe. And there, my plan was to draw Mayday with her like little Spider-Man crocheted hoodie, not beanie, not hoodie, but that ended up not happening. Here you can see my hairspray. It didn't break because I ended up fixing it, but I don't know why it didn't spray at all. It just like did not work. Also, you can ignore the fact that it has scrunchies a second ago. It was my 2020 phase. We can, like 2019, 2020 scrunchie phase. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, I completely like unscrewed the tip, and then it ended up working. So I don't know, but I'm struggling here. I really thought, oh no, like my hairspray is broken. What am I gonna do now? Because it was like still full. Like I could hear liquid around there. I could feel that it had more hairspray in it. It definitely wasn't like completely out, but I guess it just kind of got stuck or something. Once I put the thing back on, it worked just fine. So I don't know, it hasn't happened again since, but I ended up fixing it just fine, so it really wasn't that big of a problem. I'm really getting tired of talking, so I don't know, but here I am just spraying things on. I'm like adjusting the camera now. Look at the pretty rainbows though. I'm so glad I bought that thing for my window. It made my life, honestly speaking. But you can see I kind of cleaned up my desk here. It was really messy, especially off camera. It was even messier, but I ended up kind of cleaning it up. There's still a mess there from colored pencils, but I didn't clean that up just yet because I knew that I was going to sharpen more colored pencils. But I even did like a cute little organized highlighter situation, even though I don't think I used markers again, but I was also like studying at the time, so I was using those to highlight things. But those two little doodles that you saw ended up going on another page. I just drew them like, I think randomly at like midnight. I just felt like, I think I was like scrolling through Instagram and I got inspiration, so I drew them, but they don't have anything to do with the video or this page. But yeah, here I think it's the next day, I'm pretty sure, but I'm drawing oops, just threw my claw clip on my laptop. But I started drawing with the second Miles Morales sketch thingy. Here he looks a lot older, but he also, I feel like, looks a lot more like how he does in the second movie. Yeah, I love that like outline look. It's so cool, like the thicker outline, the thinner line art inside. I don't really usually do line art anymore, but when I did do line art regularly, I did this. I just don't like line art. I've completely given up on it, honestly speaking. And even if I do line art digitally, for example, I always like color over it or something. I don't know, I want like a cool painterly style. I've always hated line art, but yeah, it's not that bad traditionally, I guess, because there's no like undoing and perfectionism, so I just kind of go over the sketch, but the sketch always looks better either way. I don't know. Oh, I was reading the Final Gambit. I think I was reading, yeah, that's the Final Gambit. Right there, you can see it in the corner. It was a good book. It was definitely the worst out of the trilogy, but I liked it. It was good, but I liked the first one the most, I think. Not that it went downhill from there. All the books are good, but the first book, I think, I don't know, I enjoyed the most, at least, because it was like a new series and I was excited about it, and like I loved the short chapters. Also, I was Team Jameson from the moment he fell down from that balcony. I hadn't switched up, not even once. Like, I'm sorry, Grayson, you're great and all, but I don't think he's right for Avery. Also, like, I don't know. I liked him though, but he had some issues. They all did. Here I'm like starting with the Mayday drawing that ended up not happening. I like the right arm, like our right, your right, my right, not her right. But I ended up erasing it just because like the face and everything, it didn't work, and I just didn't like the way it looked. And then I was like, okay, fine, I'll draw Miguel again, because last time it worked out really well. But I was looking at like a fan art version of him, because I kept seeing really nicely stylized drawings of Miguel, and I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to stylize him in my own way, but it ended up looking nothing like him, so I kind of gave up on that. Look, it kind of does, but it just no. And then I tried saving it with coloring, but that did not work either, because you can see it's not going well. But I was like I was determined to save it. It did not work. You can see, like, that's not Miguel. Like, that looks nothing like him. Like, no. I did like the more stylized versions of the fan art that I saw on Pinterest and stuff, but it just wasn't for me. yeah, no. Look at the sunlight. I love sunlight. Yeah, it's so pretty. Anyway, oh my god, I'm really in denial here. No, it kind of looks like him. Going back and forth, trying to convince myself. Yeah. Oh no, honey, that yellow did not fix it at all. But it's okay. I ended up scrapping it completely, and then I just tried again with like on a piece of paper, because it works. I feel like I draw better on that like marker paper, just because I feel like the pressure isn't there. Because if I mess up, I can always just like try again another piece of paper. Here the sticky notes were already stuck on, so I kind of had to make the drawings good, and both times that failed. So yeah, sorry if anyone was attached to that sketch, but it's long gone into the trash. Scrunch it up. But I did do the little blue sticky notes thing again. It took way too long to line up, but it ended up, I think it looks pretty cool, because I didn't have like a big blue sticky note, so I had to improvise. But here I am drawing on the marker paper, the loose papers, because I don't know, it works better that way. Also, it like kind of gives it like a background, like a blue background, and also again, it looks like a sticker, and I don't know, it like pops out of the page, and it gives off like texture and like a three-dimensional aspect to the page and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just sketching Miguel out again. His hair is a little bit too flowy, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit like too big and fluffy, which is fine, like it looks good, but it wasn't exactly like the reference photo. But then again, art isn't about like copying the exact reference, it's about making your own thing, and I made a version of Miguel with better hair. Sorry. But yeah, I think is that blue? It doesn't look blue, it looks gray. I swear I sketched it out in blue. That's how I remember it, at least. It might just be like the color correction. No, I think that's just like, it's just like a black or like grayish colored pencil. It's not even like a graphite pencil, it's still a colored pencil, it's just in black or gray or whatever. Here I am next day, cut off all my nails because I was completely sick of it, couldn't even practice guitar. Oh, look at those little those, like, I think that same day they came in the mail, little not butterfly clips, little star clips, hair clips, whatever. They're very cute. I'm sure you've seen them all over TikTok and Pinterest. But look at how good I drew Hobie, I guess. I think that's a pretty good drawing. I like it. But I found this, like, no, I didn't find it. My brother came in my room and left me like some Spider-Man pencil case. Not pencil case. Oh my god, what am I saying? Like Spider-Man pencils, and like the cardboard, like the back of the cardboard was like Spider-Man themed and stuff because it was like Spider-Man pencils. And he gave it to me. He was like, "Here, have it." And I was like, "Oh my god, like, thanks, I guess." And I cut out that little blue thing and also that little Spider-Man logo from the cardboard. And I had like a cute little collage thing going on. Look at how cute that looks. It just adds so much more to the page. And yeah, I think that's good. It's nice that like my family knows that I'm a trash collector, pretty much. I literally have like a little pencil case, like with like a pouch full of just scraps of like paper and things, like from like, you know, like tags from clothing or whatever, like packages and stuff. And I'll just take it and I'll use it in a sketchbook page. But it's good. I'm like recycling pretty much, and I'm making art out of trash. It's not trash, it's just pieces of paper that you would usually throw away. Yeah, I'm drawing Hobie again, this time on camera, unlike the other drawing. I completely just drew this from like a random frame from the movie. Didn't really color it or anything, but I like the way the sketch looks because like everything else is colored, so you gotta have like a little bit of balance, because if everything is colored, then it's all like fighting, it's all battling for the spotlight and for your eye. I really can't wait to finish the sketchbook. I've had it for over a year now. It's really bad. It's like, not, I mean, it's not like I spent a really long time perfecting each and every page. That's why it took me a year. It's more so that I just didn't draw as frequently, and when I did draw, I was kind of slow, and I did actually spend like a good amount of time on each page. I didn't want to like leave unfinished pages and like ugly pages. Like I kept going back and like finishing stuff and going over stuff because I wanted it to be good, because I used to like just randomly draw whatever, and even if I didn't like it, I moved on, and like it's kind of like wasting paper, you know what I mean? So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a fun time listening to me talk about literally nothing for most of it, and I will see you next time, I guess, hopefully with a sketchbook tour. Hopefully the sketchbook will be done, and go check out my Instagram. Probably will have posted the spider sauna by then. That's it. I don't have anything else to promote, I guess. Love you all. Thank you for watching. I hope you drew something while you watched. And that's that. Okay, bye-bye.